Well, looks like there's a new movement out there for 20 states to secede from the Union. Get out of the Union. Actually, it started really mainly with Texas and Louisiana. Uh, they don't want to see the communist movement win in the United States, and they don't want to be part of it. That's what it comes down to. Now, also interesting, and I was watching something from Abby Martin from Russia Today. She says on her little BS spiel that it's the southern states that are seceding from the Union just because of it's like the Confederacy again because there's a black president. That bitch is so full of it. I'm going to tell you right now, and I saw right through her from day one. I always was pissed off because that is a mouthpiece for Russia Today all the way, Putin. Of course, Putin is very much on the side of black people. Anyway, but New Jersey and New York, I don't know if that's correct. Pennsylvania are trying to secede from the Union. It's called too much bullshit rules. But the way I look at it, I'm always a proponent of hemp, industrial hemp, and medicinal marijuana. If these states all secede from the Union, they can go ahead and pass their own laws. They're not subjected to the federal laws. And what would happen to the economies of those states if they started growing industrial hemp in large quantities, like here in Florida? God, it's sunshine state, plenty of rain, and industrial hemp every 4 months it grows to about 12 to 15 feet high. Hey, right there, that provide all the energy we need in this state. So who gives a damn, right? That's the way I look at it. The economy would flourish in all these states if they were all growing industrial hemp. Now, I don't know what Texas would do. Maybe they would. I don't know. Florida's got a lot of they got a lot of conservative people too, so it might be hard to pass growing hemp. But maybe I'd move back up to New Jersey. They'd let you grow hemp up there. There's a bunch of crazy people up there. So anyway, if, say, New Jersey seceded from the Union, they'd be growing industrial hemp, and there'd be an industrial revolution. We'd be getting rid of plastics. We'd be cleaning up the air. New Jersey would be known as the Garden State again. That stupid license plate, Garden State, might mean something again. And yeah, we'll be racist. I don't know. If you're not from New Jersey, you ain't shit. How's that? Because we got the Jersey Devil. We're badass. You know what I mean? The Jersey Devil will eat you alive and spit out your bones. So that's the way it goes. It's like I have a lot in common with that little devil too. So that's the way I look at it. So I ain't worried about no stupid president. But I was looking at this stuff and I was thinking, I know this ain't gonna fly. This stuff with the petition to secede from states. But I saw this on a news unit, and I always check this blog out because and they always always put some interesting things out here, which is kind of cool. But here they had Abby Martin, and this was actually on Mox News, was pointing out about this 20 states that are trying to secede from the Union. I know it ain't going to fly. But then she points out a map overlay, and she says it looks just like the Confederacy. So that means they don't like a black president, so they're just a bunch of racists, so they're trying to secede from the Union. Now, I want to talk about this Abby Martin, Russia Today mouthpiece for Putin. First off, she works for Putin. I mean, just figure that out. She works for Russia Today. Russia Today is state-owned, and Putin runs that. Putin don't like black people. You kidding me? So what the hell is he trying to do? Just divide up America? He's not trying to do anything for any kind of black people, that's for sure. And he likes Obama because he's a wimp. All right? That's why Obama's in there, because the Russians like Obama because he's a wimp and he's going to make the United States weak. Now, I also see another angle behind this Obama jerk. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to actually say this to other people that are black that actually believe in this guy. Not that anybody listens to this shit anyway, probably not, but I'm going to say this. It's quite obvious. I mean, it's plain obvious all over. He's run by a bunch of white guys behind the scenes. They got him up there because people follow him like an idiot right off the cliff. Whatever he tells you to do, jump, you do it. Because he's black. So he controls blacks. But he's instituting some kind of oligarchy of the whites' policies. So that's why he's up there. I mean, that's what I see. I mean, I've seen that from day one. So I don't know. If some people are voting only for race, man, they're getting screwed up. And, well, screw you, man. That's the way I look at it. I ain't trying to save you. But I told you, if you get pissed at it, I don't give a shit. Figure it out, dumbass. But anyway, this broad on here, Abby Martin, I'm not going to call her a woman. She's a bitch. I don't like her. I mean, I really can't stand her big time. And I guess I'm going to get into detail why. You know, that whole little charade she played with that game with Rand Paul, that when she was asking him, oh, you went to a meeting with the Bilderbergers and all this kind of crap. Supposedly he went back at her and wanted to have her fired from RT and have her charged with harassment and stuff. That was a big game that was going on just to make her like the innocent, you know, fawn that was being knocked down by the big politician, so it would give her a boost to her show. So people go follow her around like she's an alternative media. This one is not alternative media in any shape, way, shape, or form. So when she pulled out this line about the states seceding from the Union due to racism because they're in line with the Confederate States, which they're not, because you got New Jersey and New York trying to secede from the Union too, and some of these other northern states. Well, she's playing a game there big time, and that was like a really, I mean, I don't know how people could even believe that garbage, but, you know, when I look at it, if it tells me Russia today is playing that kind of game, they're playing a game to divide up America. They want race division in America. That's what Russia's looking for. They want Americans to fight each other. That's what they're always about. But I say, hell no, we're too united. But I will tell any black people that are actually way behind Obama, like, I mean, maybe if you voted for Obama because Mitt Romney's, you know, I could figure that out. That ain't too hard to figure. You think Mitt Romney's worst. Mitt Romney is bad news. Okay, I know that. I mean, I didn't vote for either one of those guys, but I voted. But if you voted for Obama and you actually think he's a great guy, he's screwing you up, and he's only in there because he's black, because the guys in the white guys behind the scenes, the oligarchy, they're using him to control the blacks. He's a traitor to your people if you're thinking only your people. That's all I gotta say, man. That's all I gotta say. If you can't figure that out, I don't really give a shit, because I ain't black, so I mean, you know, why should I really give a shit? How's that? You know? Why should I give a shit? Really. I'm just telling you straight up what the deal is. He's just there to lead you off a cliff, so whatever. But, you know, I don't like this crap when they're trying to secede from the Union anyway. But I figured if they really did, hey, these could be the hemp-free states. The states where you can grow industrial hemp, medicinal marijuana. We'd have all kinds of free, cheap hempoline to run our cars with. We'd have clean air with all the green stuff growing out there. We'd have, you know, replacing plastics. And we have great, you know, protein foods and you know, the essential fatty acids and all the medicine we need from medicinal marijuana oil. So, hey, you know, the states that seceded from the Union and got away from the tyrannical policy of the national government that forbids even growing industrial hemp, we'd be the only free states going. So there you go. The so-called bad guys in the South, which I'm not even from, but it would include New Jersey, New York, if they got away. That would be a trip. I don't know. But I don't like the idea behind this, because this divides up the nation. But, you know, the whole spirit of it is stick with the Bill of Rights and to hell with it. You know, individual rights, people do their own thing. There's nothing in the Constitution that forbids the growing of hemp. George Washington said, grow it, grow it, grow it. It's good. Actually, our money should be based upon hemp. The hell with silver. That's the way I look at it, too. But, you know, Obama and Romney, Romney's way against it. You know, that guy's a jerk. You know, the only guy that was actually saying they would be for it was Gary Johnson. And that was the guy Joe voted for. So, I don't know. I'm against the seceding against the Union. But, you know, I don't see it as a Confederate thing. You know, this broad is pulling out some BS. That's Russian propaganda. She needs to go back. She needs to go to Russia or some crap and live over there, you know? I mean, really, I don't believe anything she says. That's ridiculous. And if you really, I'm going to post a link on where this garbage was from Mox News and RT, because it really made me want to puke. But I've been seeing through this lady from day one. She's an anti-American propagandist all the way. And she's doing everything, the policies of Russia today, to divide up America as much as possible. And, you know, get anybody, any possible way to division. It's the 99% against the 1%. Go march out there in the street. Oh, it's a racist thing because they want to secede from the Union. Anything she can think of. This is the game they're playing. So, I don't know. I would tell black people not to listen to Russia today because they're a pile of bullshit. What they're trying to do is divide up America. And you know what? Well, I realize most black people, America's USA's number one all the way. So that's where that's the way I think too. USA is number one. So, I stick with all the Americans. That's the way I go. She's a traitor. I can't stand her. But just beware of this vile propaganda coming out of this lady. It's making me puke.